So we want to know a little bit about your background. Which came first, the woodworking or the antique techs?
Well, technically probably the woodworking. My parents were homesteaders, and so we lived in Arkansas and had an 84-acre farm with no electricity, and we built our houses. So my father was he was a family physician, but he really wanted to be a homesteader, and he designed our houses. My parents went to hippie home building school, and so my whole childhood was learning to do carpentry with hand tools, and I hated it, like, you know, any normal child would. And so that was my introduction. I mean, I loved making things. We had a shop up in-house in town where we, you know, had some power tools, but everything on site was hand. And so I really liked making things. I had my own bench, but I didn't really like the out in the bugs, out in the heat, carpentry sort of thing. I was much more a bench person. So I wanted to leave Arkansas. So I went to Chicago, and that is where I learned journalism. I became a newspaper reporter, doing, you know, basically crime reporting, you know, trailer fire of the week or whatever. But I immediately missed the woodworking even after leaving it behind. So I started taking classes in the early 90s at the University of Kentucky under Lynn Sweet, because I was just desperate to make things again. And I think a lot of people, when you touch it as a kid, like my daughter is experiencing, and then you come back to it, it can be really strong. The effect can be really strong, change your life. And then in '96, I got my dream job, which was to be the managing editor of Popular Woodworking. So I was doing both. I got in because of my journalism skills, but I was there to just make stuff every day. So I was there for 15 years, started this company in 2007 because there just really was a lot of stuff missing, I thought. I also wanted to make things. I was making magazines, and I love magazines on the one hand, but it's something you're spending a lot of effort on that becomes, you know, paper for the dog. That's why we focus on books. That's why I didn't go make another magazine, is I want to make something that, you know, lasts for centuries. So that's why we make our books here. That's why we sew the signatures. We print them offset, not digitally. We case bound them. We do all these really nerdy book stuff that nobody does here in the United States anymore, just because that's how books last. So like furniture, you know, do it right, do it the old way.